Well, fish travel in schools, but schools travel to fish. Hundreds of students from the Pembina Trail School Division are taking part in a fun fishing tournament. Of course, it's highly educational as well. Learning to fish is a valuable skill. And what the kids lack in expertise, they make up for in enthusiasm. The school division says more than 700 students are out on the ice right now, hoping to hook the big one at Balsam Bay on Lake Winnipeg. That's just south of Grand Beach. And they've got a great day for it. Not too terribly cold, but are the fish biting? Kristian Budowski is a teacher at Vincent Massey Collegiate and is out on the ice right now with the kids. Hello.
Hi there.
So what's going on out there on the ice? Where are you right now?
We are on Balsam Bay. Actually, it's the first annual high school ice fishing tournament put on. There's actually schools, not just Pembina Trails, but all across the province. About half city schools, half rural schools. And it's put on by John Taylor Collegiate from St. James. But we have about, I would guess there's about 700 students, about 1,000 people on the ice right now.
Really?
And I think we just caught fish number 50. So,
Fish number 50.
yeah.
And what was it, a pickerel?
Yes, mostly walleye coming out. There's been a couple other sightings, such as like a pike that was just caught with an eel that came out of its mouth. But mostly pickerel. Lots of greenbacks coming up. It's actually part of the, they have a lot of other fun things going on here, like different ways to win prizes, such as trivia, different ways to random draw prizes, such as, catching the 30th fish, the 40th fish, etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now everybody's kind of stationed in the middle, as you can kind of right behind me here. And yeah, everybody's having a really good time. We're about less than an hour left of fishing.
Wow. Well, just for our radio listeners, I'm seeing Kristian on Zoom, but if you go to the CBC YouTube channel, you can see videos of what's going on there. You can see drone footage of what's going on there. And I'm just looking over your shoulder, Kristian. It looks packed. Oh, what are they saying?
Yeah, I'll walk a bit. That's our 45-minute warning.
45 minutes left to fish. So what's behind this? Like, why an ice fishing tournament?
Well, from what I know, in the past, the St. James schools had been doing this on their own, smaller tournament, and this was the first year that they decided to make it a little bit bigger. And so, yeah, here we are at the first ever high school ice fishing championships. There's a nice banner for the aggregate. So whichever school catches the most fish gets to hang that banner in their school. So we're chasing it. We're now at Vincent Massey. We have three fish caught. I think the leader is at about 5 or 6. So.
And how are the students actually fishing? Like, what do they have? Like fishing rods? Do they have augers? What's going on with that?
Yeah, well, the augers, all the holes were pre-drilled for us, but everybody else has. Most people brought their own equipment. There are some gifts and stuff, but for the most part, everybody brought their own stuff to fish in, and you can actually see some people have ranges of comfort and experience in fishing. Some people have a lot of electronics here, sonar to check out the what's going on down below.
Really?
But for the most part, oh yeah. It's you can tell it's actually and in comparison too, it seems like a lot of the rural schools are a little bit more prepared than us city schools in some cases.
Well, considering that there are you city slickers out there and rural kids and there's tons of people, does everybody sort of know each other, or is there different parts of the ice, like this one team at one hole, or how does that work?
It seems it's really hard to track down your kids right now because nobody's really wearing school memorabilia. They're all wearing, different outdoor and fishing memorabilia. So it's hard to kind of keep track of who's where. But I see a lot of commingling, people interacting with others. I'm nearby one of my students here who's actually caught a fish here, and I think he wants to maybe say hello.
Oh,
and
good.
What fish did you catch, Ryan?
I caught a 16.5-inch walleye.
What?
Right off the bat.
Wow.
I dropped it right down. And I got I took a bunch of hooks when I was home, and I tied them all into a string, and I just kind of put extra hooks into my fish so I could catch them without losing them.
Where is it? Where's the fish?
It's in the live well.
Oh. So you dropped this giant wad of hooks?
Yeah, with a minnow on it. So when it bites, there was no area on the minnow for it to bite without getting hooked.
You're right. And how hard was it to pull up?
Not very. I didn't have the drag set, so it was pulling out all my line right off the bat.
Wow.
But I fixed it real fast and brought it up.
Well, you sound like a skilled professional. This isn't your first rodeo, right?
Not at all, no.
You can see his equipment too. His equipment is just as prepared as he is.
Oh, yeah.
Has he got the sonar going on? No.
He did not bring a sonar, but he's got everything else in between.
Like a million hooks in 1 minnow. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you win.
Thank you.
And it sounds like there's lots of prizes.
Yes, they really have made sure that there's something for everybody. They actually recently just had a push-up competition on the ice with no gloves, though. Everybody had to do it bare hands. So, just different things to keep it fun, and hard to believe that we're actually already almost at the end of the day here.
Oh, that's right. So you guys got there first thing in the morning, I guess?
Yeah, a bell at 9:30 sounded off, and everybody at 9:30 was allowed to run to their the hole of their choosing, and then fishing was able to begin at 10 a.m. So we've been fishing since then.
So the thing is, if you catch a fish, then you take it to some official weighing station or something?
Yeah. So we have a couple tents here. We have a tent for food, and then right behind that we have our main tent. From there, if you do catch a fish, you bring it up there to be measured. There are some rules in terms of how big the fish can be. If it's too small, it doesn't count. And sometimes it's actually it can be a race there, because especially when you have those milestone fish like the 30th or the 40th, and you got two people catching a fish at the same time.
Yeah.
They're running up with their buckets, and it's actually a race to get there first.
And have you been videoing all this?
I've been trying to catch as many pictures for our group as we can, but we do have somebody out with getting some drone footage, and I'm sure everybody's trying to catch as much as they can while we're here.
And what happens to the fish?
All catch and release. There's a couple in a live well right now that we have, but it's all catching and releasing.
Well, I'm just a bit worried about the fish we were talking about earlier, like with 25 hooks in its mouth. Not a problem?
No, I don't. It was pretty smooth. I don't think he did too much damage to that one, and it was released.
Oh, that's good. And so, what happens at the end? Are you doing a running tally kind of thing, or will people know which school wins? How's that happening?
They're at the end of the tournament at around 1:30. Fishing closes, and then they'll have a prize presentation. A lot of the prizes are given as the fish are caught, but the main one is the aggregate banner, and that was the highest number of fish caught by a school. So that's where they get a banner for their gym. Looks pretty nice, but I think we might not be in the running anymore. I think we're probably up to probably 6 or 7, I would guess, by now for the leading school.
Oh, so this is pretty competitive.
I would say so. Yeah, I haven't been to many derbies, but this is making me realize that we have a lot of competitive ice fishers in this province, for sure.
Well, you sure have a nice day for it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in Winnipeg. It's a little clouded over. It's kind of neat. It's blue skies on one end, out towards the more open end of the lake, and then the shore. We're about 500 meters from the shore, and it's kind of there's been a big cloud kind of following around. But for the most part, it's a nice day. There's one kid out here. He is shirtless and short. I think he's cold, but he's
too tough to say so. Yeah. Well, I was actually going to ask about that, because you're saying, oh, look at those teenagers. They're not even wearing a jacket. It's the middle of winter. So do you vet them getting on the bus or anything? Like, no. You have to wear a jacket.
Yeah, most people are dressed for it. But again, it's not really a lot of people are just in sweater right now. It's actually gotten nicer as the day's gone on. So.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm feeling for the guy in shorts.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you wrap things up. You'll probably have to get to the finish line or whatever you call it. But thanks so much for talking to us about this. It was great.
No problem. We actually they just announced the biggest fish of the tournament, 23.5 inches. I'm guessing a walleye So they just announced the biggest one caught.
23.5 inches. Way to go. Well, you've got something to shoot for now. You've still got some time left.
Yeah, I'll go motivate my crew.
Okay. Thanks, Kristian.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that's a very exciting tournament, a fishing tournament on Balsam Bay. It's down 100 Mile Road at the south end of Lake Winnipeg, just south of Grand Beach, actually. And 23.5 inches for a pickerel. Great. Well, did you hear that part, Bruce?
That's a master angler, I think.
Master angler.
Could be.
Bruce Layden has joined me in the studio.